In some CAD programs, the fundamental building blocks of a drawing are lines, arcs, and other basic geometric shapes. Many separate pieces are combined to form the whole picture. In Vectorworks, while lines and arcs are still used, a great deal of drawing is done in a fundamentally different way, with surface objects that have a fill. Watch how these surfaces can be added together or clipped away to get the desired geometry. Drawing with surfaces is often faster, and it provides more graphic options. Often, the fill of these objects will be white, but through the Attributes palette, they can also be given a color, gradient, picture, pattern, or hatch. An object's opacity can also be adjusted in the Attributes palette. Surface objects can also be stacked on top of each other, and having a surface fill means that an object will be solid, not just a wireframe, when it's transformed into 3D. The stacking order of an object can be changed by selecting an object and using one of the send commands. Forward and backward will move the object one position in the stack, while send to front and send to back will move the object to the very top or bottom. This stacking order, combined with a fill, can be used to make drawing easier and more illustrative, as this example shows. Surface objects also provide more information than drawing with lines. As I select different objects, look at the Object Info palette to see how all of these objects display area and perimeter information. A variety of tools and commands can be used to edit objects. For example, with the Split tool, I can draw a line through this object to cut it apart. Other tools are available for actions such as connecting or combining objects and filleting corners. With the Mirror tool, I can quickly duplicate and flip an object. The tool also has a mode for mirroring only without creating a duplicate. To rotate objects, either use the 2D Rotate tool or use one of the commands in the Modify menu. Here you will also find commands for moving objects, in which a specific distance is entered, and for sending stacked objects forward or backward through their hierarchy. In the Edit menu are standard Cut, Copy, and Paste commands, as well as Paste in Place, which is useful for placing copies of objects in the same XY position on other layers in the document or in other files. Choosing the Duplicate command will place a copy on top of the original. If Offset Duplications is checked in the Vectorworks Preferences box, the duplicate will be slightly offset from the original. A faster way to create a duplicate is to hold down the Option or Control key while the cursor is over an object. A small plus sign will appear beside the cursor, indicating that a duplicate has been made. Click to create a duplicate in the same position as the original, or drag the mouse to move the duplicate aside. The Duplicate Array command is a quick way to add multiple copies of the same object, as seen here. Objects can be locked together in a group by selecting them and choosing the Group command in the Modify menu. Double-clicking on groups will open an editing window where I can edit the individual components. This colored border is present to remind me that I'm working inside a container, in this case a group, but you'll also see the same thing when editing the contents of objects such as symbols, 3D solids, and viewports.